How you doing? Mike from MotoX Lighting. I've got a video today to show you the installation on a KLX110. A CRF110 should kind of be about the same, but I don't have one here to show you. So first thing you got to do is you start by taking off the seat. So seat comes off. I've already pulled the bolts out just for, a quick video. I'm sure you don't want to watch me unscrew everything. But you take the seat off, the side panels have to come off. Everything should come off with an 8mm socket. Got that one. That one's off. Get the other side off. Okay. Seat panels off. To make things easier, you're going to want to take this off as well. Get that bar pad all the way off. And that way you can get to the bolts a lot easier. Alright. You're going to want to take the gas tank shroud off. So there's the cap. Take that shroud off. There's two bolts on that. There's a bolt there, and same on the other side. You're just going to unscrew those. Put the cap back on because you got to lift the gas tank up. So the gas tank, there's a nut. Actually, there's a bolt right there, and then there's a little rubber bungee right there. So you got that off. Pull bungee. That usually just pulls up in a little bit of finesse, and you can get that off. And then we have access to the wiring harness. So your battery is right here. I'm not going to take this one off. I'm just going to use the spare one that we have. So basically what you do is here's the wiring harness that we sent you. You've got the on-off switch, you've got the light plug, and then it goes back to here to the fusible link, which goes on your battery. So the way we run them is you'll pull this off. All right, now the gas line is still attached. It's kind of a pain to take off, so we do it with it on there. So you just pick this side up, you slide this wire underneath there so it sits kind of in the crotch of the tank, and then you can put the tank right back on. You want to make sure it's on the left side. Okay, make sure both of these are on the left side. All right, and then you can slide the tank back on, and that's in place. And you see how that moves back and forth still. There's no pressure on it, so you're not going to bend a wire or twist a wire. Now the way you set it up is you want to set it up so there's just enough slack so you can fit the negative terminal and the positive terminal on. Now we made these a little longer than they have to be, just in case, if you put a bigger battery in or for, other applications. So you obviously put the positive on the positive, which is the red on the fusible link. The black is negative. So you pull that so you got just enough room to fit them on both. And then you can re-secure the tank. So on the front side of this, now you have the harness that pops out here. This is your on-off switch. For this application, we actually mounted it on the lower part of the bars next to the triple clamps. So there's our on and our off. There's enough slack there, you can put that wherever you want. So if you want to put it up here, there should be enough room. If you want to set it up to here, there's plenty of room to put it anywhere you want on those bars. Whatever you're not using, you just want to kind of tuck it behind the number plate once you're done. And that way, there's no slack, it's not going to fall out while you're riding and get ripped off by a tree, branch. So once you have that all together, you can put everything back on, and then we have to do the light. So to put the LED light bar on, in the package, you've got the light bar, and I send it out to you with the brackets already on. Now you still have to get the mounts. So the mount comes in this little bag. There's two of them. And there's two different ways you can put them on, depending on the application. Different bars are wider or closer together. When you put them on, you can flip it. So if you flip it with that on the inside, it'll be for closer together bars. You flip them on the outside for a wider bar. So you see the way this one's set up here. We've got them on the inside and they're mounted on this bar. So you kind of get that set to where you want it, you know, because the bars taper when they go, you know, when they go down. So you have to find that sweet spot, mount it on that sweet spot, and then you just unscrew these, put it on, bolt it on. Don't tighten anything until you have the light bar on there, because you're going to have to kind of finesse it around before you tighten everything up. So once you get that on, you have your wire that hangs out on this side. Grab the bar just so I can show you the weather pack connector. I'm just going to pull this whole harness back out to show you. So you have the weather pack connector that actually sticks out. This only goes on one way. You want to make sure the clip on the top aligns with the horn on the top of the female side. So you clip that in, you have your light, you have your connector, and then you just want to, again, you want to kind of tuck it in there behind the number plate so it's not hanging loose. If it's hanging loose, and you're going to get it caught on something. Once you have everything kind of set where you want it, then you tighten the screws. It's very important not to over tighten the screws that go into the light bar. It's just cast aluminum. When we send them out, we put these nice little grip washers in there so the light doesn't move. So tighten it just, you know, lightly. Don't kill it. Just tighten it up, and it shouldn't go anywhere. And you know, also if you're in the woods or something and you want to readjust it, you can still move it. You know, so you're not sitting there, you know, stopping, loosening it with the Allen wrench, and then put it where you want it. You can still move it, and it's not going to vibrate and move. So again, don't over tighten that. You get it where you want it. Tighten these bolts. Those are Allen's also. And then you're pretty much all set besides zip tying everything together. In the kit, we also send zip ties. So once you get all the wires tucked in and pushed back, just, you know, you can secure them to the frame. You can secure them to your clamps, you know, just somewhere so they don't actually, you know, fall out. And you also want to make sure, or secure them, when you turn your bars left and right, you don't have them secured so it rips the wiring harness out. You want a little bit of slack in there, so that way it doesn't, you know, pull apart. And then pretty much that's it. So you got your on-off switch. Everything works great. You adjust it in the trails the way you want it. Make sure your positive's on the positive, negative's on the negative. If you wind up having an issue and you touch them by accident, you pop the fuse. The fuse is just a 10 amp fuse. It uses a regular car fuse. Little red guy right there. They're really cheap, so wouldn't be a bad idea to keep a spare one of those in your pocket or something when you go riding, just in case, you know, if you're in the middle of the woods at night, it wouldn't be good if you didn't have a headlight. So, but overall, that's it. If you have any other questions, go on our website, motoxlighting.com. You can email me, I'll respond. If you need a custom kit made, let's say, you know, you have another bike, you know, if you have a full-size bike and the battery's farther back, I can custom make these to any length that you want. So for instance, this one runs the length of that bike. I can make that any length. So if you want that another foot longer, let me know, no extra charge. I'll make one a foot longer, send it out to you. And so on and so forth. So thanks for watching this video, and go out and have a good time.